Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today on this fine Monday? It was really hot today. Oddly enough, it was like super cold the last few weeks, and it was really hot. So I don't know what's going on with the weather, but I'm sure humans had nothing to do with it. Anyway, this past weekend, I traveled to Germantown, Maryland, which is like 45 minutes to an hour outside of Washington, D.C. And we had there was a huge tournament at this really, like, super awesome soccer park place. Very large tournament. There was 2 divisions for Keely's age. And we were the only team in those 2 divisions. I don't know about the rest. I didn't bother doing the research. Only team in those 2 divisions to give up 0 goals the entire weekend. We played 4 matches. Keely gave up no goals. Walked away champions. Amazing. She was just unbelievable. I mean, I'm proud of her, not because I reward positivity. I'm proud of her because she plays with everything that she possibly can. And every game we go to, when we're playing against people who have never seen us play before, who don't recognize the talent that we have, or who see Keely play for the first time, specifically, there's always these wonderful comments from the other parents that you kind of hear in whispering because, we don't really say nice things about the other team that much. But like Keely, this tournament, U10 girls, first of all, the venue was amazing. I'm still not sure if it was a municipal park or if it was like a pay-to-play kind of park. It was huge. There was like 20-some soccer fields, like I think 28 soccer fields or something like that, that were all, well, at least the ones I saw were all turf. They weren't grass. They were turf. And they had like indoor water parks and a big pond and an archery range and a BMX thing. And it was just this massive, amazingly well-kept park. And this weekend was girls only, and it was every field had girls on it. There was just this unbelievable amount of people. I don't know why I was going to say females. Just people. Unbelievable amount of people there. And so at these tournaments for Keely's age group, U10 goalies, there's a few, there's rules that U10 girls can't play with that the bigger girls can. Like, you can't head the ball in U10. They don't want anybody getting injured. But one of the ones is if there's a retreat line. So there's no retreat line in normal soccer, but in U10 girls, there's a line that when the goalie has the ball, you have to get behind that line. It's just to give the goalie space. And when there's a retreat line, the goalie's not allowed to punt. So Keely couldn't punt this weekend. But you can throw the ball in. So once the keeper has the ball, they can throw the ball, roll the ball, whatever they want. And Keely's been working really hard on her throw. And she can literally throw it about 75% of the field. Like, if the other goalie wasn't paying attention, she could probably score just from a throw in. I don't think you can legally do that. I know you can't in normal soccer, but and so every time, like the first time she would do it, every single game, I would hear the other team's parents be like, "Oh my God, what was that? That was amazing! You can do that!" They weren't aware that you were allowed to do that. One, and they were just astonished at how composed she was, and that's the stuff that I get proud of. I have rewarded her for good performance in the past, but I try not to base my reward systems on just performance. I try to base it on effort, and she was all the effort this weekend. It was just amazing to watch her focus and play. She played flawlessly all weekend, and like the last game, she threw one errant ball and got so mad at herself, and it was like, girl, what are you mad about? Like, you screwed up one throw. Like, and it wasn't a dangerous screw up. It wasn't like she threw it to another girl right in front of her or something like that. It was just like it didn't go where she wanted it. She got so angry, and I enjoy the intensity of it, and I understand it as a competitive person myself. But it was like, you have nothing to be angry about. You played flawlessly all weekend, and it was really good. And it was today is my other daughter's birthday, Roland's birthday, and so she got to go with us, and she had a YouTube meetup in Arlington that she got to go to and meet some YouTube friends, YouTube people that she's I don't know. They weren't like a huge name YouTuber, so I don't know them, but she had tickets and got to go. So it was kind of like a good and bad timing. Jamie had to miss one of Keely's games because of the thing that they had to go to, but it was good timing that we had to be there that weekend anyway. So it was good. It was a good event, and Keely was pretty proud of herself, I think. Her coach told me that, he came by and said something like, the only goalkeeper to not let any goals in a nationally ranked tournament. And Keely was just kind of like, yeah. She's confident. She has the confidence. And she, for good reason. This was our third nationally ranked tournament, and she's only ever let in one goal. And that was penalty kicks. The very first nationally ranked tournament we played in, we lost to penalty kicks. So that was my weekend. How was yours? I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below. As always, I really appreciate hearing from you, and I really appreciate that you keep coming back and checking this out, whatever this is. Thank you very much for that. I hope you come back tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from FAS.org. How long is the border between Canada and the United States? According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the length of the international boundary line of the U.S.-Canadian border, excluding Alaska, is approximately 3,987 miles, while the length of the U.S.-Mexican border is estimated at 1,933 miles. The length of the Alaska-Canada border alone is 1,538 miles.